Town of the Christian Guard has a look of grim. Alright. Excuse me, I have a word if you would be so kind. We of the Christian Guard have a request to make of you. Researchers are planning to enter the Crystal Tower to learn more of its history. However, there is a problem. Now, what I am about to reveal is strictly confidential. The word get out, panic would spread throughout the citizenry. Where the first beats and bizarre machines around the hallways. Until we eliminate these threats, none may enter. Strange ethereal readings have also been detected, and we suspect that phenomena are linked. Xarth has ordered us to seek your aid in making the tower safe. Alright. Since you are better equipped than most to face the dangers that lurk in the tower, do we elected to not go into details. Is this true? Yes. And your prior experience may prove beneficial. Come, let us proceed to the entrance. Take it your preparations are complete. Listen carefully. You are the lead party of a light troop in the tower and respond to any hostility with lethal force. Alright. Fair enough. Once the way is clear, the researchers can begin their expedition. The main objective is to identify the source of the ethereal disturbance. The tower can only be considered safe until the video shipped. If you encounter the opposition beyond your capabilities, you are to withdraw immediately. I wish you the best of luck. Yes. Sounds good. The twinning. The twinning, alright. Hello, sir. Are you going to the tower too? I'm going to the tower. I'll see you in the tower, okay? Twinning. Oh, the music here is a banger. I think I'm good here. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yes, and more, not only did you reveal the cause of the atrial fluctuations, you were able to remove the threat entirely. Thanks to you, the researchers have completed their preliminary observations. Your findings are somewhat surprising. Crystal Tower appears not to have been created by the Ronkins or any other known civilization. Its origins are veiled in mystery, much like the Exarch and yourself. Well, forgive me, it is not time for idle speculation. We have, however, recovered an artifact. Its purpose is unclear. It may even be purely decorative. If you encounter anything like this, has come to carry out our plan. This will be my last recording. With the tower activated and a temporal displacement apparatus online, all that remains is to throw the switch and pray. Sorry, I truly am. I wish there was another way. But your best chance of success, our only hope, your gift will allow you to become one with the tower and survive the journey through time and space. For technology as advanced as that of the Elegans, perhaps we could have gone with you. Alas, it was not to be. When you are finally reunited, all of the hardships, all of the sacrifice will have been worth it, I'm sure. Just promise me you'll spare a thought for those you leave behind, and we'll be thinking of you too, for as long as this world lasts. Though I fear it will not be much longer. This is Biggs, third of his name, 18th President of the Garland Ironworks, signing off. May the 12 be at your side, Grahatea. Person's voice coming from a machine. To be honest, I cannot make head or tail of it. Do you have any idea what that was about? Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. Yes, it made perfect sense. Considering your connection to the Exarch, I'm not entirely surprised. Though, one thing was clear to me. The people who left the message were facing a great catastrophe. Placed their faith in the Crystal Tower in such the same way we have done ever since the Flood of Light. Our prayers for salvation were answered when you and the Exarch returned the night to us, freed us from the terror of the Sin Eaters. Since this was all made possible by those people from the time long gone forgotten, we should do our utmost to learn more of them. Are the researchers will uncover more of these messages? In any case, you have performed admirably in service of the Crystarium. We may have need of your strength and guide us in days to come. Until then, fare you well. Oh, how long were you standing there? Don't you know it's to? Oh wait, aren't you that mortal bonded to feel well? Yes. When I sent it a pleasant surprise. I have a proposal. I was meaning to put to you as it happens. Interested? So these Cactuars you see all over, they're good at what they do, but they can't tell if it's raining or whatever back on the source or not. I help they could. Aye. Cross the ref, see what the weather's like for myself. Come back and share my knowledge of these mortals by whispering to them in their dreams. Do the same for the Skywatchers on their side too. Everyone would have all the answers. Your son is all the approval I need. Oh, if I go, hee. Lord meddling in the stream of the Skywatchers and the source and the first, Skywatchers may not provide the forecast for every region regardless of their location. Okay, that's interesting. Once said that she who does not peek the skies get wet. Okay, so now they have the forecast for everywhere. Nice. Pardon the son address my lady, but would you perchance be familiar with one Chloe Aliapolo? May I have ever forgotten which trails again? Dealer just viewed in. You see Miss Aliapolo. Surely Miss Aliapolo believes her furry friend to share her appreciation for tales of gallantry. Somehow he makes me something of an expert at last. The resemblance is simply too uncanny. I couldn't go near the creature without feeling as if I'm being judged. Honor will not allow me to simply ignore the visitation hours, so you might wait. What? I'm calling him Commander for some reason. Certainly know him when you see him. Okay. Small foxes from all the hunt stands for shades from time to squint. If you'll continue to stare at me, I'm going to institute a fee. Docs, just know the honest thing. Emmerich, what have they done to you? Yeah, there's an entirely original joke that I have not 8 times already this afternoon, certainly. But let us speak of yourself. You appear to match the extremely description of Chloe. It's giving me a adventurer who tells her just a wonderful stories. Are you indeed that adventurer? I guess so. And you're precisely this sort of person I set out to find. Sort of riveting tales to tell, and I'm solely in need of tales. Tales that inspire the mind, tales to hear the heart, tales to grip the soul for my tea parties, you understand? Oh, it's Chloe. Bestest friend, Helios. Are you making friends with the commander too? Yes. The commander says he spends days and days talking to his other animal friends, but after so many days, all of them have run out of new stories to tell. Maybe he's just like Chloe, isn't that right, Commander? Well said, my name is Soten, I swear, between you, Chudge, and Marina, with her little jokes. I'll never rid of these blasted nicknames. Anyways, I understand correctly, you have faced and bested all manner of fiends. Couldn't be gods of this land. Surely you have some tales worth my time. If you can weave me a tale from the most fantastical that will grant you access to folk hollow, whimsical adventure to itself. Or strictly speaking, a game of chance that I designed. Regardless, make good use of your cunning and luck, and I will conjure you foe. Leaves a token of my esteem. Okay. Yeah, that's the long and short of it, as you say. But don't get ahead of yourself. I said no ordinary story will do. I've heard tales of excitement. Strong in tales, so I accept. You'll need to exercise your imagination to a certain degree. So we're not about the intensity of their entertainment, so dispense with the truth as you will. Just make sure to tell me your stories while they're still fresh in your mind. Folk Hollows. Unreal Trials. The heck are Unreal? You now have access to Unreal Trials. These challenging encounters can be accessed in the Raid Finder. Okay. Unreal Trials are duties that challenge you to confront past foes, now more powerful than ever before at the current level cap. Available Unreal Trials will change with the release of each major chat. Once per week, you may speak to Folk Commander after completing an Unreal Trial for the chance to play Folk Hollows. It can be confirmed at any time via Raid Finder by viewing the details of any Unreal Trial. Oh, it's a harder difficulty version of the trials? Nice. Your imagination carry you beyond mortal leads. So it's like Savage, but for the trials, right? It's like the Savage difficulty, but for trials. It's even harder than Extreme. extreme, extreme. Where would I go for on rail? Yeah. Fatima's Bane. Okay. Alright. In the middle of nowhere. Only for some guards is particularly relieved they have found you. Have you seen Reen? She's been looking for you. Right here, I'll go and get her. There you are. Sure is, I need your help. Now hold on, I haven't even told you what it is yet. After you defeated myself, I sense a strange concentration of light somewhere far to the south. In the empty, the lands that were once swallowed by the flood. Can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another light warden. But whatever it may be, I don't intend to stay by and watch. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Tancred, UNJ, and I have a few theories that we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. The three of us were reluctant to ask for your help, considering everything you've been through. The thing is, you're the only person who can defeat the Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. Well, we don't want to jump to conclusions. It would be a good idea to have you there just in case. So will you come with us? Wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you, this means a lot. First of all, let's head to Derek and Amarang. I think Renee and Jay should have everything ready by now. I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here. No, they pose any sort of challenge to her. With that, I could say the same with confidence about whatever fiend may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Ring sends turns out to be nothing of consequence, DMT is hardly the most welcome of places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. However, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted wasteland poses a severe threat as any foe we might face. In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomenon does warrant investigation. Though, for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Rennie's innate ability to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. Is Sky Slipper ready, Tancred? Ready to take us wherever we need to go. I'm back again too, maybe if we ask it nicely. But the light has been expunged from Nordvan. The ambient Aether of the empty is still corrupted, dangerously so in fact. For the light devastated everything in its wake, to soil the air, all rendered capable of supporting life. It is due to this imbalance the empty remains utterly uninhabitable even a century after. That's why we're taking every possible precaution. Between the Arbiters we packed and Mean's unique abilities, we should be able to detect and measure any fluctuations in our alignments. According to Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us to any noticeable degree. For much longer than that, and we risk becoming sin eaters. So we still don't know how chocobos and Emerald will fare in the empty. Opted for a more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of the researchers of the Mean, who found it in the Crystal Tower and restored it to a working order. It's quite safe, I promise. The person in charge said he'll have parts delivered from the Crystarium should anything break. He said quite eager to see that we will bring it back from the empty. You know, I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you if we have a chance to stop by Wurtzuk at some point. Anyway, I think that covers everything. When you're ready to leave, just say the word. Then, well then, shall we? This part for the empty, yes. Name like the empty. I wasn't expecting much in the way of blood, so this is downright depressing. If you look on the land swallowed by the flood with my own eyes, this is a chilling sight indeed. 2019. What is this? It's the white queen. But now to the warriors of darkness in Ophelia. Are you sure we're heading in the right direction? As I'm saying, there's no telling how far it is, though. Looking forward to keep going then. You two back there may as well take a nap. I have a feeling we've got a good few months ahead of us. I would say it's a touch larger than I was expecting, and is it sleeping? Holy crap, what is this? The empty. No, it's waking up. I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light warden? No, I don't think so. Instead, if it being filled with light, it is light. The first sin eater. Long have I strived around all the mystery surrounding the flood of light to discover what set a terrible cataclysm in motion. Every tread led to the same conclusion, the same single point. Or single being. I have a reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first sin eater, the instigator of the flood, the very foeman Ophelia vanquished a century ago. She gave everything she had and won. But this abomination could undo her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is often said that destruction and creation are both sides of the same coin. Green knows tell what I speak. Power to shape reality, to bend the laws of nature for what was once shattered, may be forged anew. It's all well and good, but don't you think we should give it a name first? Eden. Utopia in Fae, a most auspicious title. Now that's settled, perhaps we should find a spot to set up camp. I even brought up a couple tents on the off chance, but pitching the damn thing is something of a fine art. Does anyone fancy helping me? Putting tents could be such a bother, so I'm glad that we got there in the end. Tinker should be back scouting the area soon. Once he's here, we can plan our next move. During course investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking of Cool and Mord Sook or Yell no more. Explore the core. Green waits anxiously for Tancred to return from surveying the vicinity. I wonder what's taking Tancred so long. Oh, there he is. Well, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining. Did you find anything? No, thankfully there's odd but barren plains in every direction apart from Eden. Honestly, I tried approaching it. The brute didn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now before it's fully awake. Meaning what exactly? When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of Aether. Of course, that meant that all the plants, animals, and people who were cold did not no longer survive. It's crumbled to dust in the years since. But the Aether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe it can get it flowing again. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring life back to the empty. Now hold on, Matt. What makes you think that's even possible, and how do you expect to control that kind of power? Prince's inspiration may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. But you can feel halted the flood of light's advance not by destroying it, but by silencing it. And in doing so, she had gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now the flame of hope burns on. Aye, has been Phil's successor. It stands to the reason that Rhine doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden. Such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest do? I imagine this is easier said than done. Yes, you're probably right, but I have to try. Very well, Ryan. You've made up your mind. So how should we go about this? I have an idea. I've been studying carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that that light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it the core? That giant Talos had a core too, like a beating heart. Control the flow of the Aether. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use it to restore the Aetheric balance. The theory is certainly sound. By employing Ethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the Aetherial flow to Eden's core, and in doing so, secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. However, we must need first have Reen study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate means by which you may directly communicate with the Eden, mayhap exert a measure of control over it. You can really do that, J? I'll credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul, long since departed, who imparted me wealth of knowledge concerning aeterology. Although I'm certain she would be all too quick to chastise my mythology. Oh, he's talking about Moen Brida, right? From ARR? Yeah, he's talking about Moen Brida from A Realm Reborn. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us rummaging around its innards, for want of a better term. All serious though, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you had best lead the way. It's true that she's the only one who can defeat Light Warrior, but I'd rather not rely on her any more than we have to. Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when she absorbed too much light, but Alice, they said, making promises you have no of keeping is not a kindness. I wish I could put down wardens myself, but the simple fact is, I can't, and there's no point pretending I can. That's why I'm asking Pat. Then perhaps I could. You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and get Aetus to the cord. And with that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself if we somehow manage to make it angry and get us out of here. Are you sure you want to go through this? I'm fine. This is what I do best. Yeah, this is what I do best. I won't let you down. Though we will remain here, Rian and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the crystal, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those to which thou art accustomed. Eden's Gate Resurrection now accessible. Well, next time we will be starting the Eden raids. So see you guys next time on FF14 when we start the Eden raids.